Welcome to the Floorball Show Elite Players EP.1 with Heikki Iiskola from Finland, Espoo. 5 months ago, Iiskola played a huge role in Finland's 5th gold medal, scoring a goal and assisting an overtime winner against Sweden in the final, after I broke his hand a week earlier. Yeah, that's a story even I didn't know about before this episode. On top of many other Iiskola's achievements. A couple of weeks ago, we met in the FLIIGA finals, where unfortunately for me, Heikki beat us in Game 7 to capture back-to-back championships with Oilers. It was a really insightful and fun conversation, and we really appreciate Heikki's time. On that note, I want to say a big thanks to all the people who have wrote to us and encouraged our show's growth. Any kind of support means a lot to the Floorball Show. Please leave a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments who should we talk to next. Thank you for your time. Enjoy the episode. Your off season has started. What have you been up to since then?
My only training has from work to home. Like 4 kilometers, but that's it.
At least quite near. That's nice.
Yeah.
It's something at least.
Did the celebrations end already, or?
Yeah. They're not going anymore, so they ended. Yeah, we only drank like 7 days out of 8. So.
How are you feeling about going to Sweden? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So Akola has been there for a year now, so nothing really should not come as new to me, because we'll talk a lot about it. So, and there's also Jyri Korsman, the coach. I know him. He's been my teacher also.
So you can prove the whole like Sweden when like there's enough Finns in a team in Sweden, then you can win a title. So.
Yeah, exactly.
How was the final for you? Let's get into it. Let's get this out of the way for me, you know?
Yeah, quite different from last year, but now everyone was healthy and except Justus got the injury, and it was quite different because the semis against Indians was like, I didn't really like it at all, because we just have to be patient and wait them to make the mistakes and give us the ball, and then Justus and I scored like few goals and we just sit back and watched it at home. So it was quite annoying. But coming into the final, it was pretty different. How about like preparation? Yeah, I was excited because now I get to play. Like, I didn't have to wait for something to happen, because I knew that every second there's something going to happen. Like always against classics, you don't have to really wait. You can just go and play, and that's where we are at best, kind of. Because you were good in the regular season, like very consistent, and we had a few ups and downs here and there. But we knew that our game should be enough, and we can moderate it like we want for different situations. So we were confident, I would say.
What was the feeling when you realized Justus is out? Of course, we didn't know, and maybe fans didn't know what really happened. Is he going to come back or not? But you knew that he's not coming back, so what was that like?
It's hard to believe, but everyone in our team can play so well. We have many players that didn't even get to play. So of course, it's a big part, but we shouldn't rely on one player. So everyone else has to just step up a little bit more. So.
Yeah, and it's like a great chance to prove it, right? Like
for some third line players that came to play in the second or first, or then we made a few changes. Like my brother came to play center, and like we needed one really strong center, and when he played there, he was really good. And
has he played before center? Like
Heikki Iiskola made him center for the first time, like.
So it's same that Heikki Iiskola made Astala as a left wing, right?
Yeah, and he made Justus center also, because they can shoot much better, and when you get maybe you don't have to get so close to goal to make it. So when you have a shot like that, you can shot from more range. So that was Hesse's idea.
Like all the marbles were in the middle in the last game, and then it was just whoever like played better in the game 7 basically. But I was really impressed to see like how like Oilers played without Justus, and like you really showed that you're like ready to step up, and you and Astala and the other leaders. I think it was really nice to see.
I would say it's like big three of Oilers. You, Justus, and Astala. Of course, as you said, everybody has a shot. Like it's not like three players are playing floorball. It's not like basketball. You can give ball to LeBron and he gonna dominate. You know, it's much different. But I think it's still like you are the three leaders. I don't know how you hear it from like, I don't know, media or fans or friends, like when Justus is leaving, but I think it still like feels like, oh yeah, everybody's doubting us. So now you can step up, kind of Aro is gonna step up, so it's kind of extra boost in mentality that, hey, they are all thinking, yeah, we can't win without Justus. So I think it was pretty incredible what you showed there.
Thanks. It was not all about me. Like I played last game, I really had like more blocks than shots in that game, and that never happens. So I really put the heart on the line on the last game.
That's
Aro all the ball.
But that's what you have to do.
Up and
yeah, exactly. So if you would be blocking shots every game, then you would be winning every game of the season.
Yeah, but then I have to score some games, so it's 50-50.
I think overall you are like kind of player who like people might watch and think, did he even arrive to the game?
Yeah.
Because you don't need the ball that much. You behind the defenders, just learning behind the goal of opponents when you have the ball, like for your defenders in the game. And but then if we go into World Championships, I think one of the ways how you like got into the squad, I'm not sure, you can tell us more.
Yeah.
It was the last EFT, and again you were losing against Sweden, and there was nothing really happening. But then in the right moments, you kind of showed up and you scored a couple goals, I believe. So you were playing with Mikko Kailiala in the same line that last.
It was a hat trick actually, right?
Yeah, against Switzerland. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a nice one to see.
It was really weird.
Like you got into the roster kind of randomly, so you weren't the like first player that the Finnish national team would take as the main roster, right? So they just tried you out for the EFT, and like since then they kind of knew that they have to use you.
Yeah, it went from there.
How was that experience?
Well, I was like second or third backup. Justus were out, Salin were out, Salo were out. So I was like second or third backup. And then I didn't play in the first Czechia game, but I was also playing center in the training. Like I never play center. That's the one position I really don't go. And then
you have to run too much.
Yeah, and then as I usually said, well, I know you can play there. I was like, okay, I'll try my best. And then I played the whole game against Switzerland, and then I knew like I have one moment, and then I have to live up to it, and then I just few shots went in here and there,
just
here and there. Some stupid slap shot to the top corner, and some counter from our own corner, and some regular shots in the middle, but
everything's regular.
Yeah, every shot went in, but
so
it was crazy.
I wanted to ask, like, how probably many youngsters are wondering, how do you get like that type of a shot? Have you like practiced like a lot to actually like get such an amazing shot?
Well, my preferred shot is like a quick snapshot. I really don't take any sweepers or slap shots, but
only if you're playing against Sweden in the final. You have to do it.
Then you have to do it, but I don't know, really. Maybe I usually aim for the bottom corner. I really don't go to the top, so there's lots more space and the keepers can reach it, so it's easy, and wrist shot is more useful for me because I like to make quick plays, not maybe get the shot like after 5 passes, but I can make it like one true pass, and then I have one opportunity, so I have to be quick, and then it's a snapshot from there. But I don't know, good sticks and hard practice maybe.
Yeah. So you have like other than the team practices, you like always went and like just shooting around and just practicing the shot.
Yeah, usually in the morning trainings, I take every shot like to the bottom corners, maybe
Yeah.
the near or the back corner, but it depends. But usually I always go there. So
How many morning trainings you have during the week usually?
one where we play floorball, but I was there this year like maybe 4 times. We have this competition at the end, and I went first time. I won it, and then the second time I was maybe second, and then I thought maybe I give the boys some time to train, and then I'll come back. Usually I'm at
Okay.
the top 3 at least, so I have no worries about that.
So Oilers had only one morning training during weeks.
Yeah, when we play
Or the whole
floorball,
season.
but then we have some other like
Okay.
gym
Like shooting
trainings,
trainings or gym. Okay.
gym trainings, and some sprinting and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I've heard that you quite like the gym, or at least you're good at it as well.
Yeah, I really like that. Sometimes I feel like more being there, but
Yeah.
now like the last couple of years, 2 years, I haven't been there that much because one summer I was there all the time and I get the results like quite fast, and now I live with those results, and all the strength has stayed quite same. So
Okay.
I really have I don't need to
Yeah,
be
it's
there
like-
that much, like so.
Yeah. So you have to like really invest a lot, but yet now you don't get as much results like after.
Yeah, now I just have to keep it up, kind of.
Yeah, that's true. But can you give us an example of like what was your like starting weight for some exercises, and what was at end of the season or end of the summer? So when you had like the big.
It was 3 seasons ago, I think. I started back squat like 140 maybe, and at the I would say somewhere near December, maybe it was 195, and it was just one squat, but the deadlift were 3, and it started at like 150 and it got to 200.
So how many months is that?
Like 5 months.
And that's insane.
It was really insane.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get it done and be with
How
be there with
old
Talviti.
how old you were?
I was 24, 23, 24.
That's sick.
24.
And at that
Yeah.
and at that time, Aapo Rantula was your coach,
Yeah.
right?
The one
Yeah,
you have
so
now there.
Yeah, exactly. So
You can ask him.
Yeah, I asked him, and he said that it was like a crazy progress that he saw.
Yeah.
But he said that you really like also like deserved it. So you like went, you did everything you could to like make it happen. So it wasn't just random. So
No.
other youngsters are wondering. So yeah, that's But he wanted to ask you if you're now working on your Achilles mobility.
I am actually, like, now I have concentrated on like my mobility a little bit more, so now I stay more fit, because before that summer I really had many hamstring problems and everything, so
Yeah, that
now
makes
I'm
sense.
concentrated more on the mobility and like being in the strength, like I don't get many injuries now.
Yeah, so you like felt that
except the bone ones, but
yeah. So bones you cannot release. So,
yeah, I can't do anything about that. So
yeah, I believe in that. But you felt that like really improving your mobility has really helped also to stay injury free throughout the season.
maybe, but I'm not really that flexible at all. So
yeah. Still, but if you just improve it by a little bit, and
maybe a little bit helps.
hamstring
Yeah.
problems. And I think it already does a lot. So I think like maybe that's one thing that others can take away from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really impressive. And I heard that Talviti was also not happy that you were squatting more than him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I deadlifting more, but maybe deadlifting the same, but he weighs maybe 15 kgs more, so he should be doing that also.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
we will put a picture of Heikki
of
and him next to each other, and then
yeah. Please do that.
Realize that Heikki is better in gym.
Not at all. Not like maybe in those two, but everything else.
Yeah. But that's
yeah.
like already half of like the strength. So I mean,
Yeah.
bench press probably goes to him,
No.
right? So
Yeah. I
he's a
didn't do that also.
Yeah, but I think he like what was it? I heard that David like benches like 160 or something, like
Maybe
bench
in
press.
some good old days, or maybe next year, but I don't know. Not now.
Yeah, that's also insane. So Espoo is generating some crazy gym guys over there.
Yeah, kind of. It's a big part here, so it belongs to our like natural game to be strong and win those one-on-one individuals. Like then you get better chances, and you are in better conditions, and you can run over some teams. So
yeah, and you get counters, right? So if you like win those infights in your defense, then that means you're like Justus or whoever is in the center and wingers are ready to go. And
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. Was it also like Heikki who like integrated this idea of like having how important it is to do the strength, or was it like your like current coach, or where does it come from basically?
It started from there, from Heikki's time, really. But maybe in that particular summer, it hits me. I don't know about the others, but for me, it really hits, and I wanted to do something, and then I got more fast, obviously, because I got more strength, and it helps really.
Yeah, it's probably a really good feeling when you're like when you just like notice how like faster you get, or like how you can shoot harder probably, and just like faster.
Yeah, and I can take some one-on-ones with the big guys and still come out with the ball, and I know if I can beat that in the running competition and get the ball, and so it's really helps. It really helps the mind also when you trust your whole body.
Yeah, and I also helped in the final, right? So basically, your last assist to Mäkinen was, I think, in a way, it was like also like the stability of how you like showed the movement and like twisted around and went like over the defender. I'm not sure what defender was it, but like the move was really what created the goal. So that's also like based on the physical abilities.
I think that's like your signature move, kinda. I remember before these finals, like Nico also mentioned to me, "Hey, watch, because we had like matchup. I'm left defender and you are like right winger, so watch out for the backhand because you can be like really fast there on that side."
Yeah, it really happens. Like I really don't do that much, has it been up, but sometimes it happens, and you just have to sell the lie to the defender that I'm going for. So.
Nice. Have you also like studied defenders, or you're just like you just know what they're doing and kind of go by?
Not at all.
Yeah. So you're like more intuitive player. So trust on your.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you do like before the games, or like from this physical stuff? Do you have like some mobility exercise kind of before the game, and mentally, like do you just listen to some song and don't think about the game at all, or like?
I just like to get my like energy levels up, and then the body gets warm there like quite naturally. I don't do anything in specific, kind of just run around with the ball, and just nothing that much. Some people like to do more mobility or something. I don't really do that. I just like to get the whole body warm and then do the team exercises there. Nothing that much.
Yeah, so you just know what you need and what you want. So
yeah,
I think that's like what basically every player needs. So it's not that one thing works for everyone. So it's like important for you to find out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think especially like floorball also, like the floor, every field is kind of a little bit different. So it's nice that you can just get an hour before the game on the floor, just dribble around and run around and shoot around. And I mean, basketball, of course, it's not the same thing, but I like that they have these long shoot arounds before the games, or even in the mornings in the same hall.
Yeah.
You can get the feeling kind of, and then your mind just takes over, because if you have experience, you just start to visualize maybe or something, or it just comes naturally. So I agree with that.
Yeah,
for sure. You probably get in the flow state in a way, so you just like kind of have fun when you're like warming up, and that's how also like you get the mind ready for the game itself.
Yeah, if the mind's happy, then play much better. And when I'm more relaxed, I play much better. So
Yeah. Were you like relaxed in Game 7 and the final of the World Championships?
I was, yeah, because we played them once in the regular game, the first game
Yeah.
that we won, and then everybody was kind of relaxed. I don't know, maybe too relaxed because we went 4-0 down, and
Yeah, at least Laakso was ready to. He was
yeah,
focused.
maybe he was not like
Yeah.
that much hype, and well, then we knew that of course we can get the chances, and then we just have to take them, and somebody has to like take some risk first, like get some one goal first, and then the other will come when we get the first and get the feeling up, kind of.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, the team overall has like so many players who can kind of get that first goal. So I think you can be like confident also in the whole team.
Yeah,
Of
like,
course, yeah. On the other side, like Sweden has just as many of those, and
yeah.
they're like really like offensive based. But yeah, there clearly are some weaknesses that you guys really like were able to use very well.
Yeah, we were good in power play and power kill also in
Yeah.
that game. Like we had maybe 2 of both, and we were
Yeah.
good in the first game also. So
Yeah, and Akola, your teammate, was great at getting those.
yeah,
So he was like a really big part of it as well.
yeah, that was his 2 goals.
Yeah, almost. Yeah. So you just needed to execute. He
Yeah, kind of.
provided it for you. Yeah.
Did you play with a broken finger in the last game, or
I played every game with it.
every game in the World Championships?
Yeah, it game against you.
Oh.
Okay.
I think in the first period in the 16 minutes, I took a in sweeper, and then we got into a contact. It got stuck into your shirt or something, and then a
With
little bit
me
pushed. Yeah,
or
yeah,
Gustav?
maybe you.
Oh,
I think,
really?
yeah, I think, yeah.
What? I didn't notice.
I can look up to it. I know exactly the moment where it happened.
Yeah,
We will
you
check.
remember it
We'll
better.
check it out, and we can put the video maybe in
Yeah.
this podcast. But
But
that's interesting.
it really got like stuck, and then it pended really much, and then
Looks to go.
Okay.
I knew if right, I couldn't like
Like yeah, put
get
the
a grip on the stick, and then I said to Aaron Justus, maybe you guys should take some shots because I can't really shoot anything, and it really hurts, and I didn't say anything to the coaches. I was like, I'm gonna play this until the end, and
So you just finished the game with
yeah, I finished
nothing.
the game, and then we got to the X-ray, and it was all fucked up.
Yeah. So the coaches didn't know until the end of.
No, I just asked our physio to get me some painkillers, and then I just played the rest of the game.
Being created by the incredible press of Finland.
And the way he makes himself available, that is textbook play. Don't stay behind the defender, take those 2-3 steps away to make yourself available.
Respect that.
Yeah. I got one Miska passed me the 1 goal. I was like, no, I just have to take the shots. And
Yeah.
it was something really weird because it's never happened to my hands before. So
Yeah. But did you feel it like during the game itself, or did you have enough?
yeah, no, at the moment when I knew something's not right, and I really couldn't get any grip of the stick. So
How about next games? Did you play all of them, or did you skip some? Or?
I skipped the second game. Well, I was on bench and doing the drills before, but I was not really able to shoot at all. But I don't usually shoot that hard also, so it's not really that a big difference for me. So
Yeah, I think it's because you have like so hard shot that you don't need to like shoot as hard. You just
yeah,
like shoot.
maybe more accurate than hard
Yeah,
shots.
exactly.
So.
Your 70% is like somebody else is like 100%, so you can just.
Don't know. But then I played the Sweden game. It was really okay there.
Yeah.
And then we had a few rest days, and I didn't play the quarterfinal game. It was against Norway, I think. And then I played the semis against you again, and then the final. But it was really okay then. I took some more painkillers, and the
Hello?
doctor. Hello.
Yeah, you're right.
And the doctor told me that it can't get any worse, and we just have to
Okay, so
fix it in 2 weeks, and then you're able to
yeah,
play if you want.
exactly. If it's like some muscle injury, then it's like a bit different. So it can like
Yeah,
really go like really bad. So if you like hear that it won't get worse than this, so in a
yeah,
way you just have to deal with the pain, and then you can play as long as
yeah.
you can endure the pain. So and that makes sense. But yeah, I wanted to ask something.
And another thing, you played last finals a year ago
Yeah.
with a broken ligament in your hamstring, is it? Or
Well, that too. I have I can show you. On the outside of my foot, does this turn somehow? Well, if you can see around here,
Yeah.
it broke it there. Then I didn't play like the next 3 games, and then I asked our medical team that what I need to do to get play, and she gave me like injections that I don't feel a thing there, and then I played 9 games with that.
so it happened in second round, or
In the semis, in the second game against the Indians.
you broke your foot,
Yeah.
and also the hamstring, or when the hamstring went.
Hamstring went on the second final.
Okay. So, and how long was the recovery after that, the finals, for those both?
Maybe the hamstring went along with the foot, so it was like maybe in middle of August I was playing floorball again.
All right, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you just didn't feel your leg at all, and just run straight lines pretty much.
Yeah, it was
Or-
really really hard to turn some point. But when we get the injections to the right spot, it was more easy. I really didn't feel a thing in there. So, but in the middle of the periods, I just had to get more shots there. So,
Yeah. By the way, how was it in World Championships? Like, so of course you were now able to play through it all, but how was it to play with 4 other lefties? Because that's like something I think you don't see usually, right? Because now you played with Salmi together for the
yeah.
most of the right. So he's like right-handed, but now you were all lefties. How was it then?
Well, I didn't really think about it at all. We don't really care because everyone can make the plays and shoot really well. So it doesn't really
Yeah.
have to happen from one side. Everybody can take shots from the right-handed players, take the shots, and it's not really nothing that we thought of.
Yeah, but did you have like a lot of set plays, or you like mainly just playing by instincts? Just
Really, everything went by instincts because
really,
most of it, yeah.
yeah, that's so interesting because like you were clearly the kind of the best line of the World Championship. So I
Yeah,
mean,
but we
it's crazy
played maybe a few years ago back. We played in the same line here in Oilers, so everything was neutral to us.
Yeah, for sure, and of course you Justus and Astal, you've been like together all the time, so
Yeah.
that was easy for you. And how was it like to play together with Miska and Lekoso?
It was really nice because we could leave them. If somebody gave pressure, we didn't have to go help, and we just said
Yeah.
good luck and the game with the ball anyway. So it was really easy for us. We didn't have to do anything. So
You just like play football and you're the striker, so you just wait for the ball on the other side.
we had 3 strikers, and
Yeah.
they just gave us the ball.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was really easy. They were really good there.
Yeah, and also like in offense, you were like you could do anything you want, but you always had like them outside, so you just play it outside and then you continue the attack like with like you all of like 3 in the offensive zone, which was also like really smooth offense, like as far as I saw.
Yeah, but we really didn't think of course Miska and Ode could also attack, but I don't know if they wanted, but everyone was able to defend if they were attacking, like going to the goal and stuff like that. Everyone was aware of that, so it's nothing new to us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really interesting. It's like I think for like many coaches and like players and lines, it's like always the question of like how much do you prepare like for the games.
Yeah,
And of course, like coaches want every line to prepare like as much as possible. But if I remember myself, like then like all the best games that my line has played, it has always been to like intuition and just
Yeah.
having fun and just like playing as like yeah how you like feel you should play. So
yeah.
but is it like in basketball? Is it like the same way? I'm just like thinking like because it's like a
Most.
weird.
I think in basketball they have really many set plays. Like
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
Yeah,
I think there's so much more preparation. I mean, for us also, like I agree with you both that it feels so much better when you just feel in the flow kind of, and you just
Yeah.
go around. Like especially like this year, maybe I didn't have a chance that much. Right now in this line with Nico and Titus and Alpo and Ville, we had like that kind of connection. We didn't have so many set plays, but of course, when you start to struggle against SPV or Oilers, you have to think about some ideas how to like break it. But
Yeah.
I think those games are the best. But it's important, I think, to have those set plays. Like in basketball, they have so many, but then in the game they just have so many like to choose from in their minds that they just go in a free flow, and then there are those three players who maybe understand each other so well. So they just look at each other and know, okay, we can go through that and then see what happens from that,
Yeah.
and like those pick and rolls and that kind of stuff. So it's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like some stuff that you cannot really draw, I think so.
Yeah.
Basically, and draw on the board, so you just have to feel it in a way.
Like I like what you do. Like sometimes you just say to Suomel, "Hey, give me a block," and he just runs into the winger, and you go around him, and like, isn't it true? Like you sometimes like use it as a like pick and roll kind of stuff.
Yeah, some like corner hits or something. Like I said that I can take that. Like I can run to Salin and you get the ball and then you can pass it whoever you want. And some small things like that we made with Antti, but nothing too much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those off the ball moments is what makes your line like kind of special, because Astela can like find some blind passes from anywhere.
Yeah.
Justus can find some passes, and those defenders and your and Justus movement, especially off the ball, is like what makes it like really special, because there's many players who are like want to play with the ball so much, but they don't move without the ball. So
yeah,
is it that kind of thing what you like talk about or think about, or is it just naturally? Or
maybe more naturally. We don't really. Well, Justus likes to shoot so much, so he likes to find the open place, and everybody likes to pass it to him because it's easy points. But maybe I move like to get the ball, and then if I take a shot, but I get like play going, and then I'll maybe give it to back and or something else happens. But I don't always like go for the shot. I go for the like something will happen. I don't know yet, but like what, but something.
But is that true that you like don't need the ball that much? You can just leave a whole game in a deep kind of. Or do you want to like come sometimes in openings and kind of start the
No,
play?
I don't really need to, but sometimes like accident I come for the help and then I just got stuck there. But usually I don't really need it that much. But it's just our defenders. I play a lot of with Jeppe Lindfors. He's really good, like creating space for me, like behind attackers. So it's like really easy. I know like what he do and where the space will come, and I just have to go there. And it's they make it look so easy.
Was there ever somebody you like kind of watched and wanted to play like them, or when you were growing up, kind of, or some other sports, maybe even like the style of the play or something?
Or maybe I would like to play like Neymar. He's like my favorite football player. So it would be nice, I like, because he enjoys the game so much and he plays like with the passion and the heart. Like he just really enjoys the game. So that's what I'm trying to do.
It's like the Brazilian mentality in a way, that they're like so relaxed, and they just like, even though they're grown-ups, but they're really like just enjoying it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's like really. That's also like what I'm trying to practice. Of course, it's like it should come naturally as well. But like, I think it's. I mean, that way you just enjoy the game much more than you would if you're like just tense all the time.
Yeah.
I think sometimes when you find the right song in the season or something, then it just clicks you in the right mindset. But for me, it's sometimes like that. Like, of course, I have like this some playlist that I listen before the games, but it gets like repetitive sometimes.
Yeah.
And then you find some new song, or it comes out a new song or whatever, and it's kind of gives you like this freedom because like new thing, and you can just flow kind of. For me, that's been like kind of the case.
Yeah, I mean, Peter asked you about like growing up. I wanted to also ask like how has it been with like growing up with your older brother Tuomas? Like how has your relationship been, and like how is it now? Like still, is it like as good as it was?
Yeah, we always had really good relationship. Like we played a lot of like outdoor, like in our backyard and all the stuff, and I was always there getting beat up. And but nowadays it's really really nice, and he's helped me really much, and with all the lifting and with the game really much. And then we compete sometimes, but it's natural.
So he's kind of like lets you be more disciplined, like kind of guides you in the right direction, or in a way.
Yeah, he's the one that shouts in training for me, to me. Like if I'm not doing something, then he's the one that comes up always.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I have also like a younger brother who also plays floorball. So, like I think that like brotherhood is like a really an interesting thing to to have, and it's great I think to have like a brother also to kind of play the same sport, so you like share the same experiences, and like really relate to each other. So that also helps probably when you grow up. So you still have as good relationships as you did when you were growing up. So yeah, I think it's like something that you cannot take for granted in a way.
Yeah. Since when you both started playing like floorball?
I can't remember when he started, but I was like 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
When he was playing, then I always went along there, and it was really nice, and then I started.
Did you guys train also different sports, or was it mainly floorball?
He played football, but I haven't played any other sports.
But on the hobby level, on summers or something?
No.
Really?
No, nothing.
So pure floorball player.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's because there's like also like this question of how much diverse you need to be in like how many sports you play like growing up in a way, like the more you play the kind of better it is to like so basically go in one direction or in one sport like later when you grow up a bit. But it's like interesting to see like your case when you can be like a world-class player with just like playing only floorball your whole life. So.
But you play FIFA a lot.
Yeah, I play.
And would you say that helps a little bit in like thinking or something like in floorball, or you don't think so?
Well, maybe a little bit. Some like when you have to run to your own goal, like you can get a better line somewhere and be quicker. Like you don't always have to run after someone. You can take like other line to run, and then you get there faster. Like that's kind of stuff, maybe, and some visions, of course, and ideas.
Yeah, I think I also play like so much FIFA. Like when I was growing up in NHL, and I think I definitely felt that because some weeks I didn't play that much, and I just started feeling bad in the games, and the vision was going, and I didn't see it, and I played more, and I kind of felt more comfortable because I know I can look at the game from the side, kind of in my head also, and it helps. Those set plays, or in a tactical way. I know, like I play the manager mode or whatever, and it's like kind of helps you understand the game more and get like comfortable with that, because you get this false confidence in your mental game by playing this video game, maybe. But it's an interesting topic.
Yeah, it is, because like I also when I was growing up, when I was a teenager, I also played a lot of NHL. And I also, in a weird way, I even like told to somebody that I felt that like NHL is in a way helping me like find new passing options and so on. I mean, maybe it does help in a way to like see the game forward a bit. So when you like notice these patterns of how like where you can get like the shots and everything, so maybe in a way it like helps also in the sport itself. But of course with certain limits.
Yeah,
that's also
how much you play FIFA nowadays?
At the moment, I quit it like 4 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. It's summertime, so not that much. So
yeah.
But like, you
usually
play-
when it comes, I play. Last year I had in Ultimate Team like 1,500 games, maybe.
Have you
Maybe
played
more?
Have you played like more FIFA or have you played more floorball?
Hopefully more floorball, but I'm not sure.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
any other video games to play? Or is it?
Maybe Call of Duty.
Yeah. Is it like you play with your teammates or
Yeah.
other guys from floorball in other?
With our
teams?
teammates, we played really much with them.
Who is the best?
Santtu Lindfors. He's the nerd.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, and you are somewhere in middle or?
Well, we have like 4, 5, 6, but somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I think.
What about FIFA? Has there been any challenger for you in floorball who
No,
plays good?
No.
no, not really.
Okay, then we'll have a match in someday
Like,
for sure.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but sure.
this year, I think I beat few pros.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What are you not a pro as well?
No.
Okay, so how can you get to a pro level actually?
Well, we played like in the same elite division,
Ah, okay.
so there I get some matchups against pros.
Okay, so then you know that you have to be locked in when you see that you're like
Yeah.
playing. Nice.
So what place you are in Finland? Like, would you say like top 100? Maybe.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been in
That's
any
cool.
competition, so
Yeah, you should go.
maybe, I don't know.
Who shoots harder? Is it you or Tuomas?
It has to go to Tuomas.
Steer group.
Well,
So-
he shot over 200, so
Over 200.
yeah.
So you have like actually competed like in Oiler, for example, who shoots the hardest?
No, it was like in national team camp. There were sometimes that they took the shots and he shot like
Ah.
204 maybe, something like that.
Okay.
So that's how you like to say that you just go for accuracy and you don't have that big of a shot. You're a better shooter in accuracy.
Last week I shot 190, so I can shoot hard, but if I want, that's not the number one option.
Yeah. So there's not good enough goalies so that you don't need to shoot as hard. You can shoot and like not as hard and you can still score. So why?
Yeah, kind of. So I prefer the accuracy because then like you don't get the chances to shoot so hard really often. So
What kind of stick is your brother using?
the hardest, the Fusion 23, and then he cuts off a part of it, so it's like maybe 21 or 22 flex. So the hardest possible kind of.
So did you shot with his stick when you were shooting that?
No, I was with the new stick that comes up soon.
Okay. Name drop. Okay, nice.
How do you actually choose the stick? Like I think that's especially for youngsters is a really big topic. So I'm just like wondering how much attention are you like putting into choosing your stick and your blade?
Well, I played with Avox a lot now. I really don't know much about it, but I get a good hook in there, and I have a good control with the blade, so that's maybe the most important. And usually the shaft makes the shot to happen, so it needs to be like pretty stiff, and I really like those spaghettios that break every time you shot. So that's not for me.
So, with what kind of a stick are you playing? Is it ultralight?
It was Hyperlight 26, and
okay,
then I cut off a little bit off, so it was maybe like 25 kind of.
So you take the 103 Hyperlight 26 and cut off like 2 centimeters. Right?
1 centimeter, I think.
Yeah. And are you playing with oval or round?
Oval.
Okay. So then it's even harder in a way, I would say.
Maybe, and it helps the shot a little. Like it doesn't. It usually goes there where I want, so it doesn't slides like in golf.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Is it like a big thing in Oilers overall, like how everybody chooses their sticks, or not really?
I think it's just overall in Finland, everybody plays with oval. So
yeah,
but in our team, maybe 1 or 2 plays with round.
Yeah, but
actually in Classic, everybody makes fun of me because I play with oval. Everybody plays with square oval or round, pretty much. Okay, really? Maybe Salin and
Lastic is also having oval.
Const play
but
with
I
oval because they have these
oval.
107.
Yeah, they have the long sticks, but I can't swear oval also. As long as it's not round.
Yeah, we have 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Put the alarm because usually we just talk for 3 hours.
Yeah.
But
that's quite easy.
But that's interesting.
Yeah, but like, are you paying a lot of attention to like sticks overall in Oilers, or is it like everybody just? I mean, the like hardest shooters, I guess, always take the Fusion, like just like the basically the heaviest stick and just razor as a blade, which is also the heaviest blade, right? So
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just asking because you probably know better.
Maybe the ones that like to stick handle the ball more, uses more time with the stick, but
yeah,
I pretty well know all the sticks, so I don't have to choose that much.
Yeah,
and
makes sense.
Well, the one who shoots a lot obviously takes the stiffest one, and like the one that weighs more.
Yeah, makes sense.
So there will be a new stick with your name on it?
Not with my name, but a new stick. A new stick.
But it hasn't come out like it's gonna be completely new for Augsburger. Yeah, like
maybe not.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, it's coming up. Maybe, I don't know, this week or next week.
Cool. That's cool.
So another question there is, how's your cooking going? Do you have like some favorite game day meal that you're like always having?
Usually when we have home game, make like macaroni pasta, nistipasta. It's quite simple.
Yeah.
Macaroni pasta and cream and like the taco seasoning.
Okay. Do you like use some meat as well, or you just usually you eat that?
Yeah, with ground beef. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's like your favorite like go-to meal.
Then well, that's the easiest one.
So it's your go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has to be, and it tastes good, right? So
yeah, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And now, how are you now like preparing for the summer practicing? When is your like off season starting? Is it like or are you having some time off for a while?
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I have to call to the coach and ask, because it's been like 10, 11 days now, so it's not that long. Now. Usually we have like 3 to 4 weeks after, but now I have to like get up with the team and get all the medicals and stuff done, and then get the trainings from there.
Yeah. Are you visiting Växjö anytime soon?
Yeah, I go there in a few weeks.
Excited?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Do you already know some of the like Swedish national team guys like Sankel or Ramirez?
Yeah, I spoke with a lot of them, so it shouldn't be anything like new, but of course everything, the milieu and the culture.
You speak Swedish?
A little bit, yeah, but I like understand a little bit. Maybe I'll stay with English.
Yeah. So it's a good practice for you today.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm just asking. It's funny because probably like you would not look for example, as Sankel as the nicest guy on the field, like especially playing against him in the World Championship. So I'm just thinking how he is outside of the field, basically. Because I've heard like actually the kind of the guys who are I mean, I don't think there's a right word for it, but in some situations nasty. Like I don't know, like Haglund is also a player that has like provocate and so on. That those are actually the guys who are the nicest, like in real world. So I don't know how that works, but this is just like something that I've heard. So maybe you know more.
Yeah, they say that he's a really nice guy there for your own team, but when you play against, he's pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's like that. I think that would be an understatement. So
yeah,
but you are having a great team next season, I guess, right? So you're also getting like some like top players from Torengruppe, right?
Yeah, four players comes from there, and one from the Rig Umea, and who was now in the under-19s. Also
for Sweden.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not go well.
Yeah. But yeah, we have a really good team next season.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm already looking forward to seeing how you guys. Because it seems like they're like real contenders for Storvreta and also follow now. I think Växjö has always like been really like close to the like finals, and I think they even made it once. I'm not sure, like in the recent
it was like don't know, but yeah, I remember that also.
Yeah. So now it seems like this team is like really stacked. So like you're actually like, it's like really players wise, at least it looks like it could really happen.
Yeah.
So, do you watch Floorball, like SSL or FLIIGA?
Yeah, I watch like every SSL player game almost this year.
Oh really?
Yeah. I do watch a lot. Yeah.
Did you watch like
also when you were younger? Like, did you watch it always? Or?
Yeah, well, I went to like my brother's games, but not that much then. But maybe now when I got to the league and was able to watch, then I watched it really much. Kind of.
Yeah. Do you have like some also players that you're usually like watching, or for example wingers of like how they are playing, or you just like watch the game in the big picture?
Well, I maybe usually in the big picture, but maybe I look for something what they'll do and learn from something there.
Who is the best ever Swedish and Finnish player? In your view?
Well, maybe best Finnish player was Krister Savonen, I think. He was like all around good, and it was really hard to play against him, and everything looked so easy. Like helped the team in so many ways, kind of. And maybe I don't know about Sweden. Maybe Albin Sjögren is really good. Like he's been top scorer like every year, and he makes it look so easy.
Yeah, he's also that relaxed guy, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you guys can learn from each other a thing or two. So you can learn the sweeper from him, and he will learn the quick shot from you.
Maybe.
I think the hooks don't really match for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, let's do a little quick round, like quick answers, quick fire, Q&A. I try to tell you two options, and you can answer as fast as you can. Of course, you can add something if you need, but
okay.
Let's go with it. Music, country, folk, or rock and metal?
Rock and metal.
Oxdog, Gate or Optilite?
Gate.
Blue cheese sauce or garlic sauce?
Garlic.
Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
Lasp or Ervi?
Lasp.
NBA or NHL?
NHL.
Ricochet over the leg or over the shoulder?
Over the leg.
Broken hamstring or finger?
Finger.
Justus or Rasmus?
Justus.
Okay. It was playing wise, probably not the party version.
Maybe. maybe for both.
That's good. That's good. That's good. Are you gonna play with the new blade next season, or are you trying out new blades, or you're sticking with Avox?
I have a new blade next season. Yeah.
Is it also a different blade that they don't know about?
Maybe.
Because you don't need to worry. We can like clip this out and
I'll give you a sneak peek.
oi, 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 oi.
So it's
This
a
is
new
our
blade.
deal. I forgot to tell you this is live. So
Yeah, I know.
please leave a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments who should we talk to next.